It's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Are we recording?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Benton City Council meeting. It's December the 5th, 2023. And I will call this meeting to order about 5 minutes late, 7:05. Okay, let's see. And I ask Carla to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Wadsworth. Here. Councilman Sandretto.
Here.
Councilman Reed.
Here.
Councilwoman Alcazar. Here.
Okay, everyone's here. Okay, the consent agenda is next, and that includes the special city council budget workshop minutes from November the 13th, the special council budget workshop minutes from November 21st, and the regular city council meeting minutes from November 21st. I think that's all. Vouchers. Bills and communications. Okay. Do I have a motion for the consent agenda?
Motion to approve consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Sandra, aye.
Wadsworth, aye.
Reed, aye.
Alcazar, aye.
Okay, motion carries. Okay. Then the next item is approval of the agenda.
Madam Mayor, I request that an additional executive session under 423110 1I potential litigation be added to the executive session.
Oh, what was it? Potential what, litigation?
Potential litigation, yeah.
Any others?
I think we also need to add the contract extension for Spink Engineering. That's been
Yes.
requested to be added as an item for approval. I think that would be item
That's correct.
3.
Okay.
Any further?
I think that is the only other changes that I know about. Is there any?
I was gonna request a discussion item regarding taking December 22nd off and employees being able to just use their floater for that, as we have, the majority still have their floating holiday. It's a Friday.
Okay. So that's item I3. Are there any others?
Is that a necessity for approval from the council or
Yeah,
is that
so-
management?
Yeah, no, that would require, because the schedule with holidays is set in the code. I think that probably would have to be an item for approval. So I think that would be I4 with the resolution for Spink Engineering being I3.
I3 is an approval thing. Do we need to approve that?
Like City Hall, because the council and code approves City Hall hours. And so that would be changing the City Hall hours. I think that's the request, right, Carla? To
Right.
close City Hall on that day.
Correct.
Gotcha. So yeah, it would need to go be approved.
Okay. All right.
I motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Sandra, aye.
Wadsworth, aye.
Reed, aye.
Alcazar, aye.
Okay, Motion carries.
Have to go first.
Well, it's because it just stays in order.
Aren't you position one?
I am.
Three.
Oh, okay. Oh. I know, I'm 5, I'm last.
Who's number one?
Me. I'm just in the wrong spot. apparently.
Okay. All right. So now we have time for visitor comments on non-agenda items. Is there anyone here that would like to make a comment on a non-agenda item?
Yes, I would.
Okay,
I drove by the library the other day and the outside of that building is looking really ratty. I don't know who takes care of the outside, whether it's MCL or the city, but look around the eaves. The finish is peeling on it and it's looks like it's going to snot. And this is a poor time to have to work on the building, obviously, but I would like to see some money and some time set aside to take care of the finish on the outside of that building before it goes down the tubes, if you don't mind.
I believe the money has been allocated.
Well, you may allocate it, but if the building is
Mr.
snot on the
Decker,
outside, Linda,
Can
it
you,
hasn't
please-
been taken care of.
can you please state your name for the record?
Well, Dan Deckert.
Okay. All right, thank you for your comment.
Does that mean you're going to take care of it, or you're just going to ignore it, Linda?
We'll have to get it on the agenda for maintenance. They had been tasked with this, I believe.
Well, why don't you provide some assurance that it has been tasked instead of, well, we'll look at it.
It has, it sounds like JB is saying it has.
Yes.
It has.
Maintenance.
Okay. As long as I know something's.
I do remember it
going
going
forward
out
with it.
To get quotes. So I think it's just getting, oh no, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, get it taken care of. That's all I'm asking.
Okay. So the next item is there anyone else that would like to speak? Okay, hearing none. Okay. Then we'll move on to our regular reports. And we have staff reports in the packet. Benton City business license reports. I believe all of this is in the packet. Okay, the state liquor and cannabis report and the summer and fall community report. Is Mr. Spees online?
He's got a sick child.
Oh, okay, so he is not on for tonight then. Code enforcement report.
Denny McCombs, the code enforcement, Benton City. So this is November 1st through November 30th. Public contacts, that's in-person emails and phone, was 374. Notice to comply warnings and violations. Dog control was 4, stop work permits were 3, junk vehicles 8, weeds, trash, debris 7, RV trailer boats 3, animals impounded was 9. I did 2 neglect cruelty cases, 5 abandoned animals, 4 returned to owner out of the impounded, and 7 welfare checks and 5 DOAs. Graffiti abatement was 3, permits issued this month were 13. Solar arrays, there was 2, a curb alteration, right-of-way alteration, HVAC replacements and installs, 4 new fences and 2 fire inspections, and inspection scheduled was 17. Does anybody have any questions or concerns? Well,
That's
thank
always
you.
good job.
Thank you.
Good job decorating too. All right. All right, the city council committee reports. Do we have any?
I have nothing new since the last meeting.
I don't either.
None.
None.
Okay. No reports. I guess I attended the Chamber of Commerce event, the Building Bridges event, which was fairly well attended, I'd say, over at La Zieva. So they filled up pretty much the whole bottom part of the building. So that was a good turnout for that. Okay, then engineers report.
Good evening, council and Madam Mayor. For Spink Engineering, the engineering report is in your packet. The only update I would like to provide is on job number 22-114, the TIB chip seal project. We were notified by TIB that Benton City was awarded the funds for chip seal for this year. So we will be having a resolution to move forward with that next council meeting. Any questions, comments on other items on the report?
That's exciting.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I see that Mr. Spees has the report in the packet for the fall community nights. And there's a Benton County Mosquito Control District report.
They are requesting that Jessica be back on their board.
So moved.
Second.
Sandra, I.
I actually like this board, so yes, I am more than happy to continue to serve on this board.
Okay, fantastic.
On that bus coming.
They asked me when I was at the last.
I think that was the
Okay.
whole train.
All right, then the fourth quarter Benton City Chamber of Commerce report. And Wendy and Sarah and Shara.
So, hi guys. So we submitted our report for October through November because of the holiday. We weren't able to include December in our quarter. But in January, I will bring you guys a full year report with all the totals. So everything is still, all of our numbers are going up every month. We're going up, going up, going up. All of our events have been very well attended. We continued with the monthly luncheons. We didn't have one for December because of the holidays. Movies in the park, we did 4 of them this year. Hocus Pocus was our last one. We had about 150 people come. Halloween was crazy busy. The park, 9th Street, all of it was just covered in kids and families. It was awesome. Building Bridges, Mayor Lehman said she had attended too. We say we had about 80 to 100 people attend that. We definitely did fill the Lizzie Event Center. An amazing place if you haven't been, by the way.
Beautiful.
Please go check it out. They did a great job remodeling that. Our next one is Winterfest, and that is Saturday. So if you guys are able to attend, we have the bazaar at Kybe High School. Secord Strength has their sweaty sweater, is that what they're calling it? Sweaty sweater 5K run at 10 a.m. The parade starts at dark, so 5 p.m. we take off from the middle school and come down 9th Street. And then immediately after the parade, we head over to the park and do the tree lighting and caroling with the Kybe choir and band. We're starting to set our dates for our 2024 events now. And I did forget to put one thing in our highlights, and that is our People's Choice Awards. So those came out today and were announced. And I would like to recognize somebody while I'm here. Community, coworkers, organizations, all voted Jenny McCombs to be our Citizen of the Year. Thank you. But I wanted you guys to know that your city staff is doing an amazing job in our community and clearly people are noticing. So that's all we got.
Hang that on the truck.
Is there,
Get a magnet inside.
my son was telling me that it's supposed to rain Saturday all day.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be cold.
It's not gonna be
Oh,
snowing like it was
so we
last year.
just
The rain
bring
or
our
cold any day.
raincoats.
Yeah, bring your raincoats. Yeah, it looks like it's going to rain a little bit, so, but the roads will be clear, so that'll bring the people out to the bazaar this year a lot better than
Yeah.
last year, so.
Yeah. That's good.
We've
Okay,
had people calling all weekends.
All week.
All week to come and register still, and we've been closed since like middle of November. So,
Yeah, vendors filled up fast this year. And then the parade too, we probably got, I'd say at
We have
least 30,
yeah, we have-
35 on the list so far.
are the trucks coming?
We're not sure yet. They don't typically tell us until the day before
Oh.
because they play on their weather and what's going on closest to them. I
Yeah,
do know the Yakima Valley trucks will not be attending because Yakima has an event. I'm still waiting for the Lower Valley trucks, which is the ones that typically attend here. We usually get one or two of the Yakima Valleys.
we've got a lot more local
A
this
lot
year,
local,
so that's
yeah.
nice to have more people coming out.
Local businesses, organizations, some from Sunnyside.
Yep.
Some from here, a lot from here. So Benton City is really starting to get involved and it's really awesome to watch. Finally. Any
all
questions?
right. Well, thank you. Any other questions for Wendy?
Well, here, I guess I'm in the next one here.
Actually, I do have a quick question. Do you guys have any kind of list of nonprofits that are in Benton City?
Yes, on our
Okay.
Benton City pamphlet, and there's actually some in City Hall and at the chamber office and in the local businesses. If you open it up, the center thing has all the list of all the nonprofits, their
Nonprofits.
logos and everything.
Okay,
And then if you go to our website too, under our business or our members,
Mhm.
all of our nonprofit members are listed under there as well.
okay,
And then on another note, on the city website, it's on there too.
okay. Thank you. I haven't
Right,
really looked, but
okay. All right. So now we have the renewal of Welch Consulting Agreement for 2024.
So I just wanted to know if you guys were interested. My contract ends at the end of this year. And I have been running all of your social media, helping with the website, recreational page. Helping city staff with stuff, making all the flyers that you see that are out for say like city council positions and stuff like that. So I was just wondering if you guys wanted to renew that for 2024 or if I need to start signing city staff onto my tasks.
Do we have the amount and everything that you're asking for?
I was just gonna roll the same. You guys were paying me 23 an hour. Is what we had agreed on for last year.
Okay,
So. Not Wendy, Carla. You said you had been taking over some of those tasks, right?
Yeah.
Some of them, none of what she just went through,
Okay,
because I don't take care of Facebook. I don't take care of any of that stuff.
You do the codes, the resolutions
do.
and I do.
And put
Basically everything
notices
out, yeah.
on the website as far as legal notices and whatnot. But the other end of it, I do not take care of.
I'm willing to go ahead and go for another year on an hourly basis, but let's figure out a way we can start offloading some of those tasks.
And I think we need a amount of money not to exceed, because $23 an hour, I mean, you
Yeah.
could turn in.
I mean, most month, I'd say on average, I did 8 to 10 hours a month after the contract, after the initial big
Yeah.
pile was done.
I still would
So,
feel
yeah.
comfortable if we had a budget not to exceed.
So if you come back with that, that'd be great. Vote on the next meeting.
Okay, but what would you not want it to exceed to? How do I come back?
Well, let's see, you just said 8 to 10 hours times 23, so 230 times 12. Say $4,000.
Okay.
Sound fair?
Yeah, I'll go back and look and see, get the actual numbers and see what I can come back with and I'll
Okay.
bring it back to the next meeting.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, then we have Mid-Columbia Libraries.
You're up.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome.
I don't want to
Welcome,
assume,
Stacy.
do you all have what we present sent already in front of you? Okay, beautiful.
Yes, and could you state your names, please, for the
Definitely.
record?
My name is Sarah Schwan and I am the Associate Director of Advocacy and Development for Mid-Columbia Libraries.
Hi, I'm Stacy Baker and I'm the branch manager for the Benton City branch of Mid-Columbia Libraries.
And so it is the end of 2023, but we are presenting information on the total calendar year of 2022. So it's a little bit confusing, but just wanted to make that point of clarity. So the second slide within your packet is a map of our service area. So we have 12 branches across Benton and Franklin counties, as well as the city of Othello. And so with that, we are able to combine forces, combine funds, and be able to offer a great product across our system. We have a courier that runs daily. And so that if there's a physical item that's checked in at one of our branches, it will be at your Benton City Library the very next day. Cardholders, well, I guess any resident can come to any of our branches as well and use our services there as well. So the next slide is simply stating the hours of service, our address for our Benton City Library.
When we have magnets, we'll leave those with
Yes.
you. Know that.
Yes, put it on your fridge at home. Okay, so Mid-Columbia Libraries, a little bit further in the packet, we have some data from our Community Needs Assessment Survey that took place in the summer of 2022. But using that data, we are formulating a new strategic plan. And we have come up with a new mission statement, and that is that Mid-Columbia Libraries empowers people, supports learning, and strengthens community through literacy, enrichment, and connection. And so our three major focuses are going to be literacy, connection, and enrichment. You know, was mentioned of nonprofits, and so we really want to be connecting people to nonprofits and services that are available throughout the Mid-Columbia. Enrichment's going to be our collection and the services we offer. And then literacy was something we focused on in the past, but we want to focus on it again. I've seen the slide in literacy rates, definitely post-COVID. We're working with school districts to understand what they're doing to make sure that what we are offering is not a duplication of services, but will enhance what they're already doing to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. And so the next slide, and if you would like more information on the community needs assessment, I'm happy to provide that. But these were kind of the overarching themes in that for Benton City. And so you can see here the biggest needs. Number one is going to be safe public spaces, healthcare, mental health, preparing kids for school, improving reading for kids and teens, early literacy, resources for parents, childcare, access to physical materials, and affordable housing. And again, so many of those things are not what the library is able to do, right? So that comes back to that connection piece. I know Stacy's branch has done done a lot of great things in working with local childcare centers and being able to partner with them. So really wanting to connect residents to those resources and nonprofits in our community. And so what was reported for biggest uses of our library was reading for enjoyment. We're seeking out the resources, reading ebooks, audiobooks, community programs and events, and then family activities. And so how do people here want to be communicated with? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no,
I thought you had a question. Sorry. Interrupt me anytime if you have a question. You went up to that phone. The way in which people desire to be communicated with social media is big with 65.4%. And then we have email and TV. So we have a subscription to newspapers.com. So if you can go on to our library, enter your library card number,
And then you can access a huge database of many different digital resources, but one of which is newspapers.com. And so I went on and found this great article from 1949, detailing the vote, the petition being circulated to join Mid-Columbia Libraries. And so we are rapidly approaching 75 years of service, which we're really excited about. And you can anticipate a party in a couple of years at our branch there. So again, in 1963, Library City, our new library opened. And then again, how far have we come since 1975? But, they were printing catalogs of books that different libraries had across the system. So Mid-Columbia Libraries is really proud of our digital collection. We have been long investing in our digital collection. We also still very much maintain a physical collection. Books are best for children. But in comparison, the city of Richland being like a single entity, they, for their digital collection, pay into the Washington Anytime Consortium. So they then take what money they've set aside for digital collection and pay into that consortium. And so then that consortium pools the money and buys digital offerings. And you then, as a Richland Public cardholder, are competing against 1 million other users across the state. Whereas Mid-Columbia Library is, we have much less users than 1 million, but we do also have people from out of the area who pay a non-resident card to be able to access our digital collection. So that's how valued it is. So if you're not using Libby, I encourage you to download it on your phone or your iPads devices and check out our digital resources there. So we are very much a consumer-driven library system. On our website, you can find an area. If you do not find a book in our collection, you can suggest a title. And there's a few different reasons why we wouldn't, whether it's out of print, whether the publishers will, it's not available from the publishers from which we buy from, but we very much do honor those requests. We dedicate 15 million, that's way enough, 15% of our annual budget of 9 million to purchasing new for our collection. So currently that's about 1.395 million of our 2023 budget is dedicated for new materials. Our entire collection is worth 13 million. And then we have the largest digital Spanish collection in the state, and then a second largest physical collection. So we very much look at the needs of the community. What is our community? Who is in our community, and make sure that it's represented in our collection. So specific to our Benton City Library in 2022, it saw over 20,000 customer visits. Close to 55,000 pieces of our collection were checked out by Benton City customers. And then our computers were used close to 1,500 times. Ooh, sorry. Yeah. And then programs and events, over 3,400 attendees. Stacy's going to speak to those, but great, really great. I feel like participation and attendance at those programs at her branch. So
yes, we're always working to get more, of course. So we're constantly promoting the library. These are some of in this slide our partners that we partner with. Carolina Loors Foundation, which many of you are aware was created by Otto Loors back in the late 1990s. That foundation still exists today, and they continue to support library programs with the resale of donated books. So they this week, in fact, this Thursday, we have our family holiday program. They will provide prizes that we'll be giving away. They provide refreshments, those types of things. Sometimes even supplies that we may need to have a program that fall outside of the budget that we have. Of course, the chamber is a partner. We try to attend as many events as we can with them to promote the library, and they're great to work with. Kaibi School District, we provide summer reading challenge. Every summer we have a summer reading challenge. We call it the SRC for short, because that's a lot to say. And we attend, we visit the schools and talk about that to all classrooms at the elementary school. We also partner, it's no longer in existence currently right now, but the Kaibi 21st Century program, after school program, we partnered with them to provide book clubs for the older kids and the younger kids that attend their program. They also bring those children from the school, they walk them down to our programs like Lego Club and other events. So another great partnership. Smart Ones Preschool, Carousel, Child Care Center, as well as I should mention the Kybe School District ECAP program. So we have a Storytime provider and her name is Dawn Brooks. She visits those locations and provides a story time. And our Storytime providers are all trained to understand pre-literacy skills and getting ready for school skills and what a child needs to have to be prepared for that. Goodwill, the Goodwill has partnered with us to provide free digital literacy workshops, learning the very basics of computer use. And we continue to work with them and are working on a partnership right now to have a location in our branch that is a computer standalone that would connect directly to the Goodwill, so someone can come in and apply for a job right there. It goes right to them. There's resume help and IT help directly through the Goodwill, but the location will be in the branch. And we look forward to implementing that in the beginning of next year. Coalition for a Healthy Benton City, we are members of that, and we as staff volunteer for different things with the coalition. I'm currently serving as a co-chair right now, which means I'm just to back up to the chair when the chair is absent. And so that's just some of our partnerships that we work hard to maintain. Right here is just a few snapshots of our program, providing story time, our Lego Club kids from 2022, and masks were still required. The cool sunglasses there are kids at story time. We had a visitor, Gretchen from the Mosquito Control Board was there, and this was one of the favorites because everybody got really cool bug glasses after that. So we look for different ways to partner with other groups to bring into our story times and our programs so that we can teach people things they need to know and make it lots of fun and interesting. And this is just some shots from our summer reading challenge. The first shot were Carousel Daycare. And they brought down nearly 30 kids for an activity. And then we have a little guy who won a tent that was donated by the Carolina Loris Foundation. The theme was let's get outside. So he won his own little single man tent there. And Officer, and I won't be able to pronounce his name. Where is he?
Linging.
You know, okay. We were having our kickoff party. We had kids hopping around in sacks. We were having sack races, and it looked like a big party because it was. And so he stopped by and said, "What are you all doing out here with those kids?" I'm like, "Oh, we're doing sack races." No one was hurt. It was a great time. So this is our calendar, and if you go to midcolumbialibraries.org and go to our calendar, you can see events that are happening around in our full system. Of course, Benton City's on there. Most of our children's programming takes place on Wednesday. But if you check out the calendar and there's an event happening at Kennewood, Pasco, West Richland, Othello, that's all there for you. And you're welcome to attend any of those, as any community member is. Just again, our programs, we offer Lego Club every week for, it's actually open to all ages. We focus on elementary age. We have preschool programs. Again, we have a children's story time, and that is every Wednesday, and that is geared towards, it's a lot of fun. So it's even though that we restructure it in a way that children are learning skills that they need to have to be ready for kindergarten, we also make it really fun and engaging, and we have extremely good attendance with that. We've added a Love on a Leash program, and that is where certified therapy pets come in and kids can just sit back and read to a dog in a completely non-judgmental form, and they take to it. Even if they can't read yet, they just pick up a book and sit down and start telling the dog the story. And the dog's just happy to sit there and listen to them. So they've been very well trained. And we even have adults that have to stop by and say hi because, well, it's just therapeutic. So it's been a good thing so far. But we also have a program for adults. Can't forget adults. We have the Page Turners Book Club, which typically meets on the 4th Tuesday of the month. And we read a different selection every month across all areas, and you're welcome to join anytime you would like. December's meeting is December 19th, and we did not choose a title. It is choose your own title and just come and share it with us and tell us what you liked about it or didn't like. And even if you aren't interested or you don't have a book to share, you can get ideas from other people that attend that have all kinds of things to share with us. That is some highlights. And again, library cards are free to anybody living in Benton, Franklin County and parts of Adams County. Institutional cards are available, and those cards are given to, say, for example, Carousel Daycare, different preschools. That means that they might designate with an application process that they need to fill out certain staff members that can come in and use that card for their agency. And then, of course, digital cards are available in an instant. A digital card, if you would like just a digital card, you will use your phone number, your cell phone number to sign up for a card. And the trick with that is that cell phone number needs to be tied to a Benton County or Franklin County residence. So for example, if you were on your sister's plan who lives in Yakima, and that's where the address for that plan is located on the cell bill, we would say, oh, sorry, we can't give you a card because that is in another county than what we serve. So in that case, you would just want to come in and get a physical card. Once you have a physical card, it gives you access 100% to everything, digital, physical, and all. But a lot of people are just in a hurry. They only use digital. So they just go to our website, go to our ebooks, and you'll actually get a little pop-up right away. Hey, do you have a card? If not, click here. You're going to go in there. You're going to give them all their information, and boom, you have an instant digital card to go in and check out items, digital items. Of course, we have free high-speed Wi-Fi, and it is pretty fast, and that is available anytime. We don't even require a library card. You can just be even just in the parking lot and pick up our Wi-Fi. And there's a few more little programs really quick. Canopy is a digital streaming video service that is free to use with your library card. It's a pretty big collection. So I encourage you to check that out. There's also free the Great Courses. And if you're familiar with the Great Courses, you can access that for free. Documentaries, foreign films, classic films, indie films, a lot. And author alerts. If you have a favorite author and you want to be informed of when we're going to have that next book ready, then you just sign up for author alerts on our website. And we'll send you a text message or an email, however you prefer, saying, hey, John Bridgen's book's going to be released in February. And now you can get a hold on it, so you'll be ready. Curbside pickup. We do offer curbside pickup. You just pull into our curbside slot, call the number, and give us your name, and we'll pull your hose, check them out to you, and deliver them to your car. And that's really a great little service for, especially if you have a car full of kids and you don't want to take them all out of seatbelts, car seats, just to go in there and get the 2 books you have on hold. Just give us a call. We'll run them out to you. Also for folks who are experiencing illness for whatever reason or need to protect themselves, this is a great option for them. But this goes all year round, whether we're in the pandemic or not. We offer curbside. Library grab bags. That is a really fun way. If you go to our website and just type in the search a grab bag request, basically you're going to go in there and fill out a form. So you'll put in your library card number and your name, and then you're just going to tell us what types of books you would like and how many, and we'll pull from our collection. So you might say, I just want picture books about winter and squirrels, and I want no more than 10. We will go find those books for you, hold them in your name. You'll be notified as soon as they're ready for pickup. You come in and pick up your books. And that's a fun way for parents who are just in a rush and just want some books really quick, as well as a daycare provider.
Adults, we'll personal shop for you. I think during the pandemic, there was a customer in Prosser who was like, give me 5 DVDs that start with A, and then they went to B, and then they went down the alphabet.
And then we offer free prints. You get 5 pages a day for free, whether that's black and white or color. And so we have a print drop service as well that folks can access by going to our website, choose the Benton City branch, and go down to the print drop service and upload your document. You come in, we print it out for you and send you on your way. Oh, and then there's more. We do have our own app. If you can search Mid-Columbia Library's app, you can get your app on there. that's really handy if you want to check your account really quick, see how many books you have out, what's due today to get it back. Also just to check our website really quick. The other feature you can use with the app is if you are browsing our collection and decide, well, I've got my books, you just pull out your phone, click your app, go to self-check and sit there and scan your own books and you're on your way. So that's great. And then we do offer services to the homebound. If someone is not able to visit the library and they do not have a friend or family member that's regularly available to choose to come in and choose books for them, we will send somebody to interview them and get them set up for homebound, which means we'll select the books, get them based on the information that they provide us. We will check that out and make delivery arrangements for them so that they can get their items. And of course, digital is open 24 hours. And Zora is just another digital program, but that is through schools. Right now, Kybe School District has not signed on for that. But if they were to, what happens is we use a student's ID card number to give them access to our digital collection, but only the children's collection. They would not be allowed to access anything other than books for their age. And so it's a really awesome program, and we're hoping one day we'll be able to get them connected with us. And here are some just fun smiling faces of pictures with programs over the year from our Harry Potter escape room, super popular. You had to be a kid to figure it out because it was really hard, let me tell you. And Lego Club, story time, New Year's Eve party mass, our little caterpillar robots. It starts to teach you just the basics of learning to code for children by lining up the colors together and sending your caterpillar on the way, teaching it, coding it to turn left or right. And so there you have it. And I think that wraps us up there. Yeah, so that was just all. We just thought it was super important that the city of Benton City know kind of what their library does for your community every day, and we're proud to do it. If you have any questions for us?
No, I just like to say, I mean, it is amazing how much you guys offer, and I had no idea. So I will do my best to get your guys' message out there because I think you guys have a lot to offer. So that's cool hearing that.
Thank you. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
These are some like, we can leave these the bookmarks. So.
We have magnets and bookmarks. And then if you adult book club, if you're interested in that. So yeah,
I have a
hope to see you
question.
all soon.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
How soon before you're going to have to expand?
How long before we expand?
What do you mean by expand?
Yeah.
Get a bigger size in your
Yeah.
building?
Oh, we dream all the time. We like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we just could put walkout, doors or like garage roll-up doors. So on a beautiful day, because our windows face Red Mountain and it's just the most gorgeous view. And so we always have this dream of, what if we could take these windows and make it a roll-up garage door? And then people would just go out with their book and sit in a chair.
I know. I've been thinking about that for a number of years. I was going to Olympia with Shirley Hankins one time, and we actually stopped at a little library in one of the smaller towns. I don't remember which one it was, but they had an incredible balcony that went around like 2 or 3 sides of the building. And all the people were out there sitting and reading, and it was just so welcoming. And so I had thought about that for a while, and now you're having a vision of some sort of doors that would be available to,
We do have a beautiful rose garden though, so during the summer, we can stop by and take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yep, and thank you to the city for supporting us and taking care of our building. Enjoy working with Sergio, and he's doing great and helping us.
Yes, hopefully we'll get it fixed next spring.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Rouse has a question.
I put that lady, every niche and piece of information she had.
Excuse me, Mr. Rouse needs to come to the microphone, please. Here.
Come up here, Mr. Rouse.
Steve Rouse.
She can't hear you.
I went to the library looking for a book called,
You guys speaking to the microphone. She can't hear you.
I went to the library looking for a book entitled History of Benton City. And it was, the reason I kind of wanted it was because written by a local gal who, there used to be a grocery store where the meat market is right across from,
Ninth and Della,
who?
Ninth and Della,
Yeah, I don't do that.
the street.
The shop that's right there where they repair cars.
Oh, yeah.
And it was right across from there. And her name was Grinding. And I don't remember her first name. Her husband's name was Al Grinding, and they owned a grocery store there. And she wrote a book called History of Benton City. And that's not quite true. So I misled you. And the only thing I had, the only clue I had to the book was my sister-in-law said she used to own it. And they lived just beyond the cemetery. Anyway, I wanted the history book. I taught history up here for 16 years. And we couldn't find it. So the only clue I had was the yellow cover. And I was up at Wenatchee in that antique mall right in the middle of the street. And I went looking for a yellow cover on a book and I found it.
Wow.
And it's called The History of the Yakima Valley.
Oh.
But it was by Mrs. Grinding. And a lot of it was written in Yakima Indian Nation tongue. And then she would translate that. I don't know why, but nonetheless, that's the way it went. And it's a marvelous book. I'm glad I finally found it. I don't know how many copies they made, but I have one and I ain't gonna let it go. So anyway, I appreciate the library and I don't go up there very often. And if you haven't read a CJ Box, it's time you did.
Good author, yes.
And just for the record, you guys don't charge for the membership for your library card like some of the other libraries?
Oh, no, it's free.
Yeah.
The only way
Okay.
we would charge is if you lived outside of our service
Yep.
area.
Okay.
Then there is a non-resident fee of $116 a year right now.
They calculate it based upon like the taxes that you all pay. So yes, thanks for that
Yep,
clarification.
I just wanted to make sure because I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Please come and use that. We're here for
Yes.
you.
We don't even charge late fees anymore.
Yeah. we cannot. Remove that barrier.
We do charge if you lose it though.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that adorable little girl in the blue headband, her name's Alice.
You know.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on now to the December holidays. Carla.
Okay, basically staff has requested that we take the 22nd off and they can actually use their floating holiday. I think about 90% of them still have it. So I said I would bring it to council and ask.
What about those who don't?
They can either take a vacation day or comp time.
I don't have a problem with it.
I think if that's, I mean, obviously they're all in favor of it. You guys have had that discussion with them that they're all on board for their taking that day off. I'm good with it.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
A motion to allow city staff to take the 22nd.
Wait, we're
We're-
still
we're in
discussion.
Sorry, we're in discussion item, not a approval.
I thought we moved it to I for action.
It was under both. I thought it was under both.
Okay, yeah, if we could do it in the next section, or we can do it now if you want, but it would be, the motion would be to close City Hall for December 22nd.
Yeah.
And people, obviously that means that if it's not a paid holiday, then they would have to use some holiday.
Mhm.
But yeah, wherever you want to do it.
I can wait. It's fine.
Okay.
Because I thought it was under action items too. I didn't.
I guess I'm the culprit. I wrote it under discussion. Okay,
That's what I was
items for approval then, we have the Benton City resolution 2023-41, which is the acceptance of the Hope Lane Waterline Project. And Alan,
Yep, so this is on the water line project. And it's probably long overdue, but we were waiting to hear on a couple of punch list items that kind of drug on for a while. So that's why we have it before you. Everything's been done, and Public Works has said everything looks good, so we're here to get your acceptance of that project.
Can I make a motion now?
yes.
As far as I'm concerned.
we're-
A motion to
approve.
approve resolution 2023-41, acceptance of the work in apparent compliance, in compliance,
No, apparent.
apparent.
Yes, because
We haven't seen everything.
well, that in the warranty aspect of it. So if there's something we don't know about, we leave the door open in case we want to go
Okay,
back.
in apparent compliance performed by Industrial Construction of Washington, the amount of $327,975.62 for the Hope Lane Water Line Project for the city of Benton City, Washington.
Second,
Okay, all in favor?
Sandra, do I?
Wadsworth, I.
Reed, I.
Alcazar, I.
Okay, motion carries. And there goes our budget.
That's already been paid for, so.
Oh, good, all right.
And same with this next one.
The
for
next one is resolution 2023-40, acceptance of 414 9th Street sewer relocation.
If no questions, I motion to approve resolution 2023-40, acceptance of work and apparent compliance by Total Site Services LLC for 14. Sorry, there's a typo there. 414 9th Street sewer relocation for the city of Benton City, Washington.
Second,
Okay, all in favor?
Sandra, do I?
Wadsworth, I.
Reed, I.
Alcazar, I.
Okay, and then the next item is resolution 2023-42. A resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of Benton City to sign and enter into agreement number 1 to the engineering services agreement with Spink Engineering.
But I can provide a little background on this. So essentially, going back, well, obviously, the city said Spink Engineering for, many, many years at this point. And one of the things that came up around, I think it was around 2018, was the auditor had a concern related to the annual renewal. Engineering services in Washington State are a little unique in the sense that they don't have to be publicly bid, but there is a requirement under RCW 3980. There's a process called the QBS process, which is quality-based selection. That's what it stands for. But essentially, engineers and architects are special. We all know that, of course, from our current one. But the long and short of it is they have to go through certain. Anyway, long and short of it, the auditor had some concerns about the annual renewals, that we hadn't gone back through that process. Stephanie Howe at the time was the city clerk, and we worked with her to go through that process and basically go stem to stern through that entire process of putting out the RFQ and then getting responses back from that, and then going through the selection process. Then we did that subsequently again in 2021, went through that process again, that full process again, even though a renewal was available per the term of the contract. So now we're at a situation where we've done that process twice within the last 4 years. And one of the things in the current contract is that it's allowed to be biennially renewed. Looking at all the data from what we could kind of surmise, it sounds like 5 years is kind of the max. There is no hard and fast rule. There is no black and white that we can find anyway. We can't find any black and white rule about how long these contracts, engineering contracts, can be approved for before they really need to go back through the QBS process. Obviously, the auditor didn't love the fact that we hadn't done it in many years last time. This time, based on everything that we've been able to ascertain, if the city wants to obviously move forward with Spink Engineering to utilize the renewal that's in the current contract, we think you're in okay shape to do that. I don't see anything. I'm always, I always worry about what I don't know, not what I know. So, but we've looked everywhere we can to try to find any kind of direction, and it sounds like it wouldn't be a concern to be able to use that renewal one time for the 2-year period, because the last time the contract was signed was in after the full QBS process was in 2021. We're at the 2023 mark. So for the next 2 years, you could utilize that renewal. Based on what we now know and looking at all these different nuances, the contract probably should have said for a 2-year period with 1 2-year extension. That way it's nice and tight. It doesn't have this thing. So that's why you'll see in the proposal we struck, we added the additional 2 years, but we struck the language for biennial renewal. That way, at least it's clear that this can't just continually be renewed without going through the full QBS process. But with that being said, we think we're safe to do it, to extend it based on the terms of the contract this time around, but probably shouldn't do it 2 or 3 times in a row, 2-year periods. That would probably be pushing it. So with that.
Council questions?
I see your prices have gone up.
Yes, they have. Our costs have gone up.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Covering sales tax.
Yes.
And then a new fee, the project manager fee.
Yes.
That was it.
Any questions, council? If none, I motion to approve resolution number 2023-42. A resolution authorizing the mayor of Benton City to sign and enter into into amendment number 1 to the engineering services agreement with Spink Engineering.
Second,
All in favor?
Sandra, do I?
Wadsworth, I.
Reed, aye.
Alcazar, I.
Well, thank you very much.
No, thank you, Alan, for all of the work that you've
Yep.
done for us.
Well, yeah, we appreciate the opportunity to keep working for you guys. We try not to take it for granted, but we try to do the best for the community.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, yes. Our next approval item then is the closure of City Hall on Monday, the 11th.
Motion to approve the closure.
On Monday, what?
No, it's not Monday.
It's Friday.
It's
Oh.
Friday, the 22nd.
I thought that one was already. in.
No,
No, we just-
That was
we
a
just discussed it.
discussion, and now we're gonna make them.
Monday, the 11th is our budget meeting.
Oh, okay, so this is what date then? Monday, the,
Friday.
December 22nd.
okay, for some reason I thought you had said Monday, but I understand now it's
We
not.
already have.
Monday
Is
is
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, okay, all right.
We gonna do it again?
I can
So,
try.
all right, Friday, the 22nd.
Motion to approve the closure of City Hall for December 22nd.
Second,
All in favor?
Sandra, do I?
Wadsworth, I.
Reed, aye.
Alcazar, I.
I'm assuming you meant the 2023.
Yes,
I'm just saying.
December 22nd.
Just saying.
He went on record, so it couldn't be called a Scrooge.
Well, I'm working, okay.
Okay. All right. So now let's take a 5-minute break and then we'll go into executive session.
How long are we thinking for executive session
So the first one
About 15 minutes.
for you guys?
for yours, and then I'll need at least 15, so 30.
So break, executive session to be convened at 8:10, returning at 8:40.
Business to follow?
No.
Okay. Thank you. So now. Okay, rejoining the council meeting. Okay, are there any comments from the council?
Just that I want to thank city staff as usual, and I appreciate what they do, and then I'll motion to adjourn.
I was going to congratulate Jenny again on her award.
Yes, thank you, Jenny.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Sandra, do I?
What was I?
Great eye.
Alcazar, aye.
Sandra, aye.
Yeah, I already said.
Oh,
Said it.
Yep.
all right.
I got a question for you.
Sure.